Hey everyone, it's Steven, and I'm excited to dive into a topic that's super important for anyone who wants to understand the world better. Today we're talking about 15 books recommended by Marc Andreessen, a successful venture capitalist. These books cover psychology, decision-making, history, and philosophy, profoundly impacting Andreessen's worldview. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a student, or just someone who loves to learn, you'll find something on this list that piques your interest. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. This book is a crash course in cognitive psychology, changing the way you think about thinking. It delves deep into the intricacies of the human mind. Kahneman breaks down our thought processes into two systems: System 1, fast intuitive, and System 2, slower logical. System 1 operates automatically and quickly, with little or no effort. He shows how these systems interact and sometimes lead to irrational decisions. System 2 allocates attention to the effortful mental activities that demand it. We like to think of ourselves as rational, but Kahneman exposes how easily we're swayed by cognitive biases. These biases can distort our thinking and decision-making processes. For example, we overestimate the likelihood of vivid events, such as dramatic news stories, and underestimate more common ones, like everyday occurrences that are statistically more probable. It's a challenging read, but packed with insights that help you understand your own mind and others. The book encourages you to question your assumptions and think more critically. Once you start noticing these cognitive biases, you'll see them everywhere. From daily decisions to major life choices, the impact of these biases is profound and far-reaching. Next up, we have Thinking in Bets by Antidote, a former professional poker player turned decision-making expert. In this insightful book, Duke teaches us how to make better decisions by embracing uncertainty and thinking probabilistically. We often make decisions with incomplete or inaccurate data, which can lead to suboptimal outcomes. Duke argues we should focus on making the best decisions possible, given the information we have, rather than striving for perfection. She introduces the concept of thinking in bets, which involves assigning probabilities to different outcomes and making decisions with the highest expected value. This practical framework can be applied to various aspects of life, including business decisions, personal relationships, and more. It's especially relevant in today's information-overloaded world, where making informed decisions is more challenging than ever. By adopting this mindset, we can improve our decision-making skills and navigate uncertainty with greater confidence. Thinking in Bets encourages us to reflect on our decision outcomes and learn from them, fostering continuous improvement. Now, for a deep dive into finance, we have The Spider Network by David Enrich. It reads like a thriller, exposing the shadowy world of LIBOR manipulation. LIBOR is a benchmark interest rate influencing trillions of dollars in loans worldwide. Enrich tells the story of traders at major banks colluding to manipulate this rate for profit. The book is meticulously researched, explaining complex financial concepts engagingly. You'll meet colorful characters, follow intricate schemes, and be shocked by the trader's audacity. Let's switch gears and talk about personal growth with a guide to the good life, The Ancient Art of Stoic Joy by William B. Irvine. Irvine introduces us to Stoicism, an ancient philosophy emphasizing virtue, reason, and living in accordance with nature. This philosophy has been practiced for centuries and has stood the test of time. Stoicism offers practical advice on dealing with stress, adversity, and life's ups and downs. It teaches us how to maintain our composure and find tranquility even in the most challenging situations. One core principle is that we can't control external events, but we can control our reactions. This empowers us to take charge of our inner world. By focusing on our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we can find greater peace and fulfillment. This shift in perspective can transform our daily experiences. Stoicism is incredibly relevant to our modern lives. Its timeless wisdom can help us navigate the complexities of today's world. Trust me, this ancient philosophy is anything but dry. It's a treasure trove of insights that can enrich our lives in profound ways. Now, this next book, The Courage to be Disliked by Ikiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga, makes you think differently about the world. It's based on Alfred Adler's teachings, a brilliant contemporary of Sigmund Freud. The book is a dialogue between a philosopher and a young man struggling with inferiority and lack of purpose. The philosopher challenges the young man's beliefs about happiness, success, and life's meaning. A powerful idea is teleology. We're defined by the future we choose, not our past. Let's dive into history and current affairs with The Strange Death of Europe by Douglas Murray. Murray argues that Europe faces an existential crisis due to mass immigration, declining birth rates, and a loss of cultural confidence. Whether you agree with Murray or not, this book raises important questions about identity, culture, and Europe's future. It's an insightful look at the challenges facing Western societies, sure to spark lively discussions. Time for a little fun with Slugfest inside the epic 50-year battle between Marvel and DC by Reed Tucker. Tucker chronicles the decades-long rivalry between Marvel and DC, exploring creative battles, behind-the-scenes drama, and cultural impact. From Superman and Batman to Spider-Man and the X-Men, these characters have captured our imaginations. Even if you're not a die-hard superhero fan, you'll find this book fascinating. Let's talk about unlocking your potential with The Rise of Superman, Decoding the Science of Ultimate Human Performance by Steven Kotler. Kotler explores how athletes push the boundaries of human performance through flow states. He provides practical tips on accessing flow, a state of effortless focus and peak performance. Whether you're an athlete, artist, or just want to get more done, this book will inspire you. Let's talk about practical wisdom with 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos by Jordan Peterson. Peterson offers simple but profound rules for living a more meaningful and fulfilling life, rooted in psychology, philosophy, and religious traditions. His rules cover personal responsibility, self-discipline, and the importance of meaning and purpose. Time for a little espionage with A Spy Among Friends, Kim Philby and the Great Betrayal by Ben McIntyre. This book tells the true story of Kim Philby, a notorious double agent of the Cold War. Philby, a high-ranking British intelligence officer, secretly worked as a spy for the Soviet Union for decades. McIntyre's book is a gripping account of espionage, betrayal, and the moral complexities of the Cold War. It offers a fascinating glimpse into the shadowy world of intelligence gathering. Let's get into political science with The Myth of the Rational Voter, Why Democracies Choose Bad Policies by Bryan Caplan. Caplan argues that voters are often irrational and uninformed, leading to poor policy choices. He presents a compelling case for why voters tend to vote in their own self-interest, even when it conflicts with the common good. This rational irrationality has significant implications for democracy and public policy. Now, for a more optimistic view of the world, we have The Rational Optimist: How Prosperity Evolves by Matt Ridley. Ridley argues that the world is getting better, not worse, driven by human ingenuity and innovation. He presents a compelling case for how progress has led to longer lifespans, greater wealth, and improved living standards. Let's talk about urban living with Triumph of the City, How Our Greatest Invention Makes Us Richer, Smarter, Greener, Healthier, and Happier by Edward Glaeser. Glaeser argues that cities are engines of economic growth, innovation, culture, and human flourishing. He presents a compelling argument for why cities are essential to human progress and why we should embrace urban living. Let's wrap up this list with 2 books offering different perspectives on the art of living. First, we have How to Live or A Life of Montaigne, in 1 Question and 20 Attempts at an Answer by Sarah Bakewell. Bakewell introduces us to Michel de Montaigne, a 16th century French essayist known for his wisdom, wit, and self-reflection. Through Montaigne's life and writings, Bakewell explores timeless questions about happiness, friendship, adversity, and the meaning of life. Finally, we have Living with a Seal, 31 Days Training with the Toughest Man on the Planet by Jesse Itzler. This book is a hilarious and inspiring account of the author's experience training with a Navy SEAL for a month. Itzler, an entrepreneur and endurance athlete, wanted to push his limits and learn what it takes to be mentally and physically tough. This book is full of funny anecdotes and valuable lessons about discipline, resilience, and stepping outside your comfort zone. So, there you have it, folks. Those are 15 books that have shaped Marc Andreessen's worldview. I hope this list inspires you to check out some of these books for yourself. Each one offers a unique perspective on the world, and there's something here for everyone. Thanks for watching.